Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on this channel is 10 for adult collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at and comparing the official Sideshow 1/6 Batman and the third-party Crazy Toys 1/6 scale Batman. If you do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Jumping right on into this comparison, guys. Yes, these two figures are essentially the same figure. What? You don't see it? Because this figure right here is the official Sideshow released figure, and this right here is the Crazy Toys third-party knockoff. I'm sure you guys were able to tell from the start when you guys did see the two which was which. I probably should have asked that question before I pointed out which was which, but I didn't, so either way you all get the point. And well, yeah, as you can see, side by side they clearly are two different figures. Taking a look at them individually, you can say they look relatively similar. However, when you do stand them side by side, there is a stark and clear difference between the Sideshow release and the Crazy Toy release. For me, the main thing being that the Crazy Toy body is significantly undersized compared to the official Sideshow body. However, that does give it a bit of an advantage when it comes to that single hinge elbow joint, because it can tuck in to a complete 90 degrees, whereas the official Sideshow Batman, well, you can see it stops short of just 90 degrees, but he does have a thicker, beefier body. His bicep is a lot bigger than the Crazy Toys, so there's that. The other thing between the Crazy Toys and the Sideshow that I do see is that the Sideshow's head sculpt does have a bit of a matte finish, whereas the Crazy Toys, it's a bit shinier. So yeah. So in terms of the suit, they look relatively similar, although I will say that the Sideshow one does have a bit more thickness to it. When it comes down to the belts, the Sideshow one does come with an all soft goods belt besides that belt buckle right there in the middle, whereas the Crazy Toys does come with an all plastic belt right there. So yeah, that's the main difference. When taking a look at the trunks, they are relatively similar in tailoring, so there's not too much difference there. When taking a look at the gauntlets, they're relatively similar. It's really crazy how close Crazy Toys got this. It's just the Sideshow one does have a better fit at the wrist versus the Crazy Toys, which is a little wider. As you can see, the ball peg sticking into it right there, whereas the Sideshow one is very flushed with the gloves. So the other main difference between these two figures is the accessories. The third party one does come with a number of accessories, however it does not quite match the number of accessories that come with the official release. Another big thing that's different between these two is the Crazy Toys is wearing Superman boots. So yeah, that's the other main difference between these two. Other than that, there's really no main differences. The capes do look very similar. It's really maybe just a very slight lighter blue on the Crazy Toys. Other than that, the material feels very similar, but I have to admit it does lay a little better on the official Sideshow Batman. It looks like the tailoring is just a bit better. And also the other thing with the third party Crazy Toys cape is that it goes all the way up to the neck. It kind of gives you a little too much cape in my opinion, but it is what it is. The other big thing is the accessories. Like I said, the Sideshow one does come with quite a number of them, while the Crazy Toys comes with a few but not too many. Mainly also that the Sideshow comes with 2 head sculpts and 2 alternate faceplates, whereas this one comes with 1 head sculpt and no alternate faceplates. What you see is what you get. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I guess we should go ahead and take a look at the different accessories that these guys do come with. So like I said, with the official Sideshow release, you do get an alternate long-eared Batman cowl head sculpt, and also an alternate faceplate right here, which does pop out, so that way you can go ahead and interchange it with whichever head sculpt you want, the short ears or the long ears. It's up to you. So taking a look at, I guess, their similarities is they both come with, obviously fisted hands right there, which is perfect. The next shared hand that they do have is right here, and that is this left-handed trigger finger, and that is this left-handed C grip hand right here. Whoops. And I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting, but this blue is slightly darker than this one, but it's very difficult to tell, and it still actually looks very well done. The main difference is that this one does have a pretty decent opening right there, as you can see, whereas this one has a really tight grip, and it is really stiff, whereas this one has some give, as you can see, whereas this one, whoops, this one just doesn't want to stay in my hand, but I can't even get my thumb under it. So yeah, that's the main difference between those two. The next one you do get is a batarang holding hand, and this one actually grips the batarang pretty tightly, so it does already have it in there. But you do get a right and a left one for the Sideshow Batman as well. You don't get a right and a left one for the Crazy Toys. The Crazy Toys only comes with a right-handed batarang holding hand, but just to show you guys that this is the same exact hand, I am going to go ahead and insert a batarang right here. But as I said, the Crazy Toy one does hold the batarang slightly better. In this hand, it is pretty loose, and you do kind of have to really work to get it to stick and stay. But like I said, each of them do come with a batarang. However, the Sideshow one does come with 2 types of batarang, but a total of 4. So you get 3 of these smaller ones and 1 of that larger one, and you only get 1 large one with the third party. Now, the third party does also include a grapnel gun, but it is vastly different than the one that came with the Sideshow. And this one doesn't have any plug-in pieces in the front. It's just that right there. A very thin piece of plastic right here, which tends to break for anybody that attempts to put it in. This one does come with some attachments that you can make into a full grapnel gun right here. And you just plug that in right there. It's not plugged in all the way, but you can do that. And they do also include an attachment right here with a rope that has that same attachment at the end to attach the grapnel hook. So the last hand that they do share in common is this C grip hand right here. And as you can tell, another difference is that the pegs do come all in the Sideshow hands, whereas the third party one, you have to remove the peg from the hand after you remove the peg from the whole arm. So next up on the Sideshow, because it does come with more accessories than the third party, you do get a pair of slapping hands or karate chopping hands, however you want to take a look at those. Like I said, you do get a right and a left batarang holding hand, and you do get a kryptonite ring fisted hand. Now that is one that you definitely do not get with that third party Batman. So yeah guys, that is it in terms of the accessories for both of these guys. Like I said, Sideshow comes pretty packed with some decent accessories, whereas the third party one offers you a grapnel gun, a batarang, and 3 alternate hands. So with that being said guys, why don't we go ahead and pull them closer together so we can go ahead and take a nice closer look. Alright guys, so here we have them all nice and close to the camera. The head did fall off on my third party one because if you haven't seen the review, well, he came pretty fucked up and broken. The ball peg, neck peg, whatever you want to call it, is broken, and it is flush to the actual neck, so it is impossible to remove or even get any kind of like needle nose pliers in there to be able to remove it. So yeah, that's why the head fell off. But when you take a look at the suits up close and personal, there isn't too much difference to it besides this one being slightly thicker and not having so many lines and stuff in it. The emblem is shinier on this one. This one's all matte. Like I said, he does come with a soft goods belt right here, whereas this one comes with a plastic one. The cape in itself looks very similar between the two. And yeah, Superman boots, Batman boots. See the difference? Other than that, guys, though, there's not too much difference. Like I said, in the arm articulation, really, that's where you see the main difference in articulation, being more so that, you know, the Batman Sideshow does come with a thicker, beefier body, so it's a lot less articulation because of that, you know, because that bicep kind of hinders that movement to a full 90 degrees, whereas this one, the third party, has a significantly smaller body and it can articulate its elbows a little better. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up this comparison video. What do you guys think of these two figures? Would you pick up the third party over the official Sideshow if they were the same price? Obviously they are not, but just humor me down in the comments below. Go ahead and rate each of these figures down in the comments below as well, 1 through 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And if you've made it this far in the video, type down in the comments below, "Holy fake Batman!" That way I know you've made it this far and are enjoying the content. Before we continue on, guys, I did want to mention that I did start a Patreon for the CoolFigurez page. I would appreciate any and all support that you guys can give. The link will be down in the description below. With that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day.